So, because the question says, one more time for the ones who came late, because the question says find the square root of 5 minus 12i, I'm writing square root of 5 minus 12i, and I'm saying that it is equal to z, another complex number, which z is a plus bi. To find a and b, because we need a and b to see what square root of 5 minus 12i is equal to what, I'm taking the square of both sides to get rid of this square root. When I will take square of both sides, 5 minus 12i is equal to z square, which is a plus bi square. Now, what is a plus bi square?
A square plus 2abi.
Yes.
And plus bi square.
Bi square or b square, I square. So what is I square?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. Then we have 5 minus 12i is equal to a square minus b square plus 2abi. It's okay, this step?
Yes, teacher.
Now we have here, this is I square, not I square, this is I. So here I have a complex number, here I have a complex number, and they are equal to each other. So real parts, which one is the real part of the first complex number?
5.
5. The real part of the second complex number?
B square minus a square minus
b square is equal to 5, we'll say. And the real, in imaginary parts?
2a minus
12.
5.
2ab is equal to minus 12. From here, I can find ab is equal to minus 6. Now, guys, you have a system again. A square minus b square is equal to 5, and a times b is equal to minus 6. Now, here, what I will use, this is my way. If you will find another way, you can use it. I will say that b is equal to minus 6 over a, and I will write in the first equation. So a square minus, instead of b, we will write this one, minus 6 over a, where will be is equal to 5. Then we have a square, this minus stays, this minus will become 0, I'm saying, plus, because it is square. So what I have, a square, it is 36 over a square is equal to 5, 6 square is 36, and a square is a square. Now, what I will do here, I will equalize the denominators. Here you have 1. I will multiply by a square. Then it will become a to the power of 4 minus 36 over a square is equal to 5. Yes? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Then with the cross product, a to the power of 4 minus 36 is equal to 5a squared. And I will take all of them in one side. A to the power of 4 minus 5a squared minus 36 is equal to 0. Now this is the fourth power, but can I think this one as a quadratic equation?
Yes, because it is equal to 0.
Yeah, and here you have a squared, here you have a to the power of 4. Instead of a squared, if you will write another variable, this one will become a quadratic equation. So how can I factorize this one?
3 and 1, because we should get 2.
Where you will get to?
5a squared. We will do 3 minus 1, which will be...
I don't understand what you mean, Salman.
Teacher, okay, continue, teacher. I don't know what I'm saying as well.
Okay, so I'm factorizing as, for example, if this one was written in this form, x squared minus 5x minus 36 is equal to 0, how you will factorize this one?
X and...
XX?
12.
No,
3? No.
you don't need 12. 9 and 4, minus 9 and 4. When you will cross product, you'll get minus 5x. The same thing you have here. Minus 9, 4. When you will cross product, you will get minus 5a squared. So from here, we'll find that a squared is equal to 9 and a squared is equal to minus 4. Can it be the second one? For example, you solve till here, and how you will find the a values? Will you accept a squared is equal to minus 4 or not?
No, because you will have plus minus 4.
If you will solve with, now you know the complex numbers, you can find a here as 2i, yes? Plus 2i minus 2i.
Yeah.
Right? But what is a? A is the real part of the z. And here a and b, they are real numbers, not be complex or imaginary number. So this one is not possible. Here, what we'll find for a?
A will be 3.
Plus or minus? Yes? Let's say a1 is plus 3, a2 is minus 3. Now what we had b here. So what will be b1? Will be minus 6 over 3, which will be minus 2. And b2 will be?
Minus 6 over minus 3 will be 2.
Will be 2. So our pairs a1, b1 is 3 and minus 2. a2 and b2 is minus 3 and 2. The square roots that we were looking, z1 will be 3 minus 2i, and z2 will be minus 3 plus 2i. These two solutions are the square roots of 5 minus 12i. It's okay? It's a bit long, but I hope that this is understandable. Now, Alexander is here.
Yes.
Yes. Eva?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Yona? No. Ermal? No. Fatih?
Here, teacher.
Here. Kibariye?
Here.
Here. Arfa?
Here.
Teacher, we can't hear you really well.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Maybe in the connection there is problem.
Oh, no, it's okay. Now it's okay.
It's okay. Okay. Salman?
I'm here, yeah.
It's here. Rumeysa?
Here.
Here. Besan?
Here.
Here. Okay. It's okay. Did you write this one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you have any question?
No, teacher.
No? Okay.
No.
Here you have some more exercises that we solved, but I will show you this. I mean, when you will take the books tomorrow, if you will come to school, most probably also the books will be ready. Not tomorrow, but this week, most probably we will give the books. And then you will check them for the practicing. Now, if you remember, we had quadratic equations last year, and we had three cases, and in one case we said that there is no solution in real numbers, if you remember. In which case it was? No real roots. It's given here.
If the discriminant was less than 0, I think.
If the discriminant is less than 0, we said that there is no real roots. Now we will check that cases. Now we will find, in fact, if discriminant is less than 0, then the equation has complex number roots, also called imaginary roots. So if you remember all this, I didn't explain from the beginning, but we know a quadratic equation that is in this form: ax squared plus bx plus c, and a, b, c, they are the real numbers. And we have discriminant, if you remember, discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, and our quadratic formula minus b plus minus root of discriminant over 2a. These are the three cases when discriminant is greater than 0, two different roots. When discriminant is equal to 0, a double root, and when discriminant is less than 0, no real roots, but now we'll have imaginary roots. Okay, you can write the title. These things, I think that you know. You don't have to write everything. Now let's see the questions.
Teacher, can you go back just a little bit?
Okay.
Yes, okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay. Now we have this equation, and if you can see that if you try to factorize, you cannot factorize it. So in that case, what we were doing, we were checking the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac. Yeah. Now, what is b here?
4.
4 or?
Minus 4.
Minus 4. Minus 4 squared minus 4 times what is a?
1.
1, and c?
1 times 8.
8. And what we have? 16 minus 32, which will be minus 16.
Minus 16.
Which is less than 0. Now, I'm writing my quadratic formula. Minus b plus minus root of discriminant over 2a. Then again, minus our b is minus 4 plus minus root of minus 16 over 2 times 1. What will be here? Minus times minus will be plus 4 plus minus root of minus 16. What will be?
Root of minus 16 will be 4.
It will be 4i. Yes, over 2 we have. Now, if I will write them in this case, if I will separate these two, 4 over 2 plus or minus 4i over 2 I will have, which is 2 plus minus 2i. So first root is 2 plus 2i, and the second root is 2 minus 2i. So these are the imaginary roots of this equation. It's okay, Alexander?
No, teacher.
How I am taking directly you. Why it's not okay?
Teacher, I didn't understand.
Which part you didn't understand?
The second way, teacher, x1, 2 is equal to minus b plus minus.
This is
Yes.
the quadratic formula. Do you remember this one from last?
Yes, teacher, but why should we use that?
Because we are solving quadratic equation, Alexander. Can you factorize this one? X squared minus 4x plus 8 is equal to 0. Can you do x, and how you will factorize this one?
4, 2.
You will have minus 6. Both of them if you will do minus to have plus. Or you have 8 and 1, so you'll have 9. Even if you cannot do this one, when you're checking the discriminant, it is less than 0. It means that you cannot factorize it. It doesn't have real roots. So now, because we are studying the complex numbers, we are finding the complex root of it. This is the quadratic formula from last year.
Yes, I know.
And this is quadratic equation. And we are using this formula to solve it. Now we know the negative numbers, how we can take out from the square root as this one. Then we can find the imaginary roots.
So we are solving like quadratic equation.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Only this part now we know how to solve this one. And then the result is 2 complex numbers, as you can see. Arta, it's okay?
Okay, let's say okay.
Let's say okay. Okay. Let's say okay. Can I continue?
Yes.
Okay. So again, we have another quadratic equation. So you can see directly that you cannot factorize it. Oh, Ermal gelmiş. Ermal ne zaman geldi? Absent yazmıştım seni Ermal, o yüzden şey yaptım. Ne zaman geldin diye. Tamam, buradasın, görüyorum. So what we'll do here, Alexander?
With quadratic equation. Teacher, is this? Yes.
Yes.
Teacher Elmo says that his microphone doesn't work, that's why.
Okay. Okay.
So teacher, we write the formula for quadratic equation.
Okay. This one you mean?
Yes.
What
B
is
square. B square. Oh no, minus B
minus b?
plus minus root of
Discriminant.
yes over
Okay.
2a.
What is discriminant?
X.
Discriminant. And I will take your 5 back from last year.
I don't understand you, teacher. What is discriminant?
What is discriminant? You don't understand. Can you see my eyes, how I am opening them? Hmm? Yes, what is discriminant, guys? Stanislav, what is discriminant?
Discriminant, teacher.
Discriminant. So, kütek. Kütek. Arta, what is discriminant?
Just like Stanislav said, it's discriminant.
It's discriminant. But guys, I will remind you that we are coming back to school. So exams won't be online.
Teacher, the discriminant tells us if there are only 1 or 2 solutions.
What? I'm
Discriminant.
full of discriminant. What is discriminant? When I'm saying what is discriminant, the
B square minus 4ac.
b square minus 4ac. And it is not that far because I wrote here 5 minutes ago.
Yes. Yes.
Ah, okay.
Ah, yeah.
Teacher, I thought you are asking what is.
Yes.
No,
Discriminant.
no.
Yes,
what
teacher,
is-
not
Explain like
which number
explain.
it is, teacher.
So I am writing here this discriminant is equal to, and I'm waiting you to say me what is discriminant. Because
What? Maybe, teacher.
there is no any other definition of discriminant. I mean, when we gave the definition of discriminant, we said that discriminant is an identity that is equal to b squared minus 4ac. That's all. We didn't say anything else.
Yes.
Ah be gençler. Ah be gençler.
You confused me, teacher.
Always I am the wrong one, yeah?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. So what is b here in this equation?
So
Minus
it will be
Minus 1 squared minus 4 times what is a?
1
1 and c?
and 1.
1. All of them is 1. Then 1
1
minus 4, it's
minus
minus 3. So as you can see, discriminant is less than 0. I can find how many videos from last year we have with this discriminant, less than, greater than, discriminant, quadratic formula, quadratic equation, discriminant, discriminant. I can, if I will have time, I will stay and count how many times last year I have said discriminant and how many questions we have solved with you. And still you're confused. I didn't like this, my science class. Then I found the discriminant. What I will do? Quadratic formula minus b. Our b
minus
is what?
minus 1 plus or minus root of minus 3
Yes,
over 2 times 1.
yes. Then we have here minus times minus plus.
1 plus minus
Here, because it is root 3, I don't know root 3, but only I can take this minus out as
3
3i.
I, root of 3i over 2. Okay, so x1, first root is 1 plus I root of 3 over 2. And second root is 1 minus I root of 3 over 2. These are the roots. Last night I was watching a program that makes like sketches, you know, comic things in Turkish.
Stand up.
A stand-up, yeah. And they have made a sketch. The students when they're coming back to school after online education. If you would understand all the things that this is in Turkish, I would open to you to watch together. I feel we will be the same as them when we'll come back to school. We'll see.
we should repeat second year.
Yes, yes, yes. That fives, all fives from math, the fours, the fives, the things. We'll see how much of them were real.
If we don't know anything, we will say no internet connection, teacher.
No internet connection. There is
Teacher, how will you post the videos on YouTube if we start?
No videos.
there is no videos anymore. This is the last video for today. There won't be videos anymore.
We will see, teacher.
Can you hear me, teacher?
Yes,
We will see.
Erman.
Nice. Okay, I fixed my microphone. Tomorrow we will come to school, right?
İnşallah.
İnşallah. Biz de öyle diyoruz.
Hadi bakalım. Ama bak arkadaşlar artık video yok, sonra ben dersi dinlemedim, sonra bir bakayım sınavdan önce.
Tamam hocam, derste dinleyeceğiz hocam.
Hadi bakalım. Göreceğiz. Now, my dear friends and students.
Mostly friends, teacher.
Mostly friends, okay. A quadratic equation with real coefficients has one root, 1 minus 2i, and write a possible form of this equation. So we need to write, the one root is given, we need to write the equation. We had last year a formula for that, if you remember. Do you remember anything like that? You don't remember discriminant, you will remember this. And mine is question, huh? We had x squared minus x plus x2 x and plus x1 times x2 is equal to 0. Do you remember this one?
Honestly, teacher, no.
No.
Yes.
So when the roots were given, we were finding the equation.
Yes.
And we were using Vieta's theorem. If you have Quadratic's book, let me check if I have. I will tell you in which page this. I have the book.
Wait, teacher, this was Vieta, something like that? The name of the
This-
formula?
This
Vieta's
was
theorem.
x1 plus x2 was Vieta's theorem. x1 plus x2, x1 times x2.
I will be doing for x1 to find
this
b,
one
b
was-
over a.
Yeah. But this one was deriving a quadratic equation. The roots were given, and when we were deriving quadratic equation. Now, here is given only one root, 1 minus 2i. What will be the second root? Look the others. What we had, 1 plus I root 2 over root 3 over 2, 1 minus I root 3 over 2. Here, if one of them is 2 plus 2i, the other one is 2 minus 2i.
So it will
So
be
here will be 1 plus
2i.
2i.
So here it will be 1 plus 2i. Now to write the equation, what I need? x1 plus x2. So 1 minus 2i plus 1 plus 2i. Minus 2i plus 2i will cancel each other. Then x1 plus x2 will be 2. For x1 times x2, what we'll have? 1 minus 2i times 1 plus 2i. How will solve this one? A minus b times a plus b, which is 1 square minus 2i square, which is 1 minus I square. And then what is I square, Alexander?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. Then minus 4 times minus 1 will be
4.
plus 4, then it is 5. Now, x squared minus x1 plus x2 times x plus x1 times x2 is equal to 0. Then, x squared minus what we found, x1 plus x2 is x. 2x plus x1 times x2, it's 5. So this is the equation whose roots are 1 minus 2i and 1 plus 2i.
Can you go up?
Can you go up a little bit?
Okay. Okay. It's okay?
No, teacher, can you go down?
Okay. So guys, before coming to school, you need to check a bit last year's book, okay? Or notebook.
Here, we don't have time to check.
Because it will be harder for you.
Teacher, let's start with school. The other things will get fixed.
Okay, inshallah.
Yes, teacher, because in this country nothing is officially set. And everything is like we said on Macedonian 5 do 12.
Güzelmiş. I didn't know this. Method banais.
Teacher, everything is said in the last moment.
Yeah. I mean, it's not now. It's not only in our country, this problem. Maybe in our country is the biggest one, the biggest problem, but also in some other countries near to us, it's the same. Only the ones, you know, in Europe,
Teacher, it's the same
they
situation
know
in
what to do.
Balkan.
But what?
It's the same situation in Balkan
Yeah.
countries.
Yes. Yes. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. So we have